Hello folks, so the main purpose of my video today is to share a little headscarf folding tutorial, but also to talk about lockdown life and all the challenges that it is bringing with it, one of which is of course roots, because none of us can get out and go to the hairdresser. I'm in the very fortuitous position that my mum was a hairdresser, so she's able to sort out this situation for me, but I know a lot of people can't get out and get their hair done and all the things they would usually do that make us feel good about ourselves, and not only that, it's just a really weird time, isn't it? I don't know about you, but I seem to have kind of extremes of days. So first of all, I don't look like this every day. This is for your benefit. But on some days I feel really quite chipper and the sun's shining, and I have time to get creative and work on various projects that I've got on the go, and I feel very positive. And then there's other days where I feel really down in the dumps, and then I feel bad about it because I don't really know why. You know, it's just this strange period of extremes for me, and I just wondered if anybody else felt that way, and I wanted to say that in case anyone else is feeling that way and feeling a bit weird about it like I am. I know I'm very, very lucky because I moved in with my parents a couple of months ago in anticipation of having my baby, and with the plan of buying a house, which I'm still going to do. It's just going to take a bit longer now. You know, so kind of, you know, financially, and I have lost work and I have lost money, but because I'm with my parents at the moment, that's okay. I can handle that. And there are so many positives to, you know, kind of being forced to stay at home and you know, and spending time with family and having time to move forwards with lots of different things that I haven't had time for when I was out and about working. But yeah, it's a weird time, and I think that we all need to be really kind to ourselves and to each other as well. And I just can't wait until we can go out again. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait to hug my family and friends. That's the main thing, I think. But anyway, so I wanted to do a little headscarf tutorial because this is a really good way of looking cute and vintagey and not having to do your hair, and also covering up your roots if you've got them, or, you know, whatever you need to cover up. So I have only got this one headscarf here. This is my mum's. It's quite a silky one. All of my belongings are in storage at the moment, and I've got quite a big collection of headscarves, but this is the only one I've got here. It is best if you can find, or if you have, cotton headscarves, because they just grip to your head better than silky ones do. But as I say, this is quite a silky one. This is the only one I have access to at the moment. So the first thing I'm going to do is just chuck my hair up in a low bun. Now, where you put your bun is up to you, really. I've got one of those shaped heads where everything I put on my head just wants to fall straight off it again. It's very annoying. So I like to put my bun quite low at the nape of my neck, because that helps the scarf stay in place. So I have just gathered it into a ponytail and twisted it into a bun, and then put a bobble over the top. I'll show you in a sec. Doesn't matter really if there's bits of hair sticking out, because it's all going to be under the scarf in a minute. So I've no idea what this looks like at the back, but just a low bun at the back. But as I say, doesn't really matter what it looks like, so we're going to cover it up now. So the scarf is in a folded into a triangle, and you want to put the centre of the back of it basically at the nape of your neck. I'm sorry, I won't be able to see much of you for a minute now. So that centre back just wants to sit just under your bun, if your bun's at the nape of your neck, or just where your hairline is basically. Then I'm going to bring up these two sides. And I'm just making sure as I do this, it's weird not being able to see it, I'm just making sure that it kind of stays over my ears, doesn't slip forwards. It always just wants to slip forwards. Very annoying. Okay, so I've got hold of these two bits, and while I've got hold of these two bits, I'm just going to tuck in any excess at the sides. Okay. Then I'm going to tie that. So now when you tie it, you don't want it, you don't want it too tight, because then it kind of bunches and wants to come off. Look ridiculous. But you don't want it too loose that it's just going to slip off either. So kind of try and have it snug. And then this bit that's hanging about the front, you're going to take that back. And then you're going to tie. See, it just wants to fall off. If you have the same problem as me and that everything just wants to fall off your head, just put some bobby pins or Kirby grips just above your ears. You can also put one at the base of your neck if you want to. Okay, so that'll hopefully just help it stay in place while I just finish tying it. So we're going to take that centre bit back, then I'm going to tie these two ends again over that centre piece. Label sticking out. And then you can tie this bit however you want. You can tie it in a bow, you can tie it in a knot, kind of depends how big your scarf is. You can sort of make it beautiful, make it messy, doesn't really matter. Just going to attempt to get rid of that label. Oh, it doesn't want to go. If you've got a scarf with labels on, cut them off. Didn't see that label before I did this. Also looks quite cute if you tie to one side, and then you can just sort of arrange the bits of hair that you can see. So excuse the label, but I'm sure you get the gist. Cute, vintagey, can't see your roots, and keeps your hair out of the way as well, and you don't have to do any styling. So I'm just going to do one more way of tying it. I'm just going to take it off completely. I'll just take those bobby pins out. Ooh, just dropped it on the floor, never mind. Okay. Right, so another way of doing it, start off in the same way. So the centre back at the nape of your neck, and you're going to bring the two sides round. So you want this centre bit to stay forwards again. So just checking that it's sitting under my bun. Bringing those two sides around with that centre bit coming forwards, and just like we did with the last method, I'm just going to tie that there like that. Just push my hair out of the way. And again, I'm sorry. I'm just going to put some bobby pins in at the sides, just to hold it in place while I do the arranging. Okay, So I'm then going to tie this again. Oh, just I can see. I'll tuck that bit in. So I've got a full-on knot there. Then I'm going to take this centre bit back, and you want it kind of bunched together in the middle, not spread out. And I'm just going to tuck that centre bit under that knot. Then these bits I'm going to tuck into these sort of pleats here. So it just wants to fall off my head. Hopefully things hold onto your head better than they hold onto my head. But if anything feels insecure, just stick more pins sort of round your hairline. And then I'm going to tuck that into that side there. And I like this look because it gives more of a sort of hat look appearance. There we go. So I hope that helps. Have a play around. Let me know if you get stuck. If you want your hair to show a little bit at the front like mine is now, that's fine. But if you want your hair to be completely covered, then just tie it further forwards, and kind of play around with the placement of your bun as well to make sure it's in a place that kind of is comfortable for you and helps the scarf stay where you want it. So 2 easy ways to tie a headscarf, cover up those roots. If you are going to have a go at cutting or colouring your hair, I mean, try and avoid cutting it yourself if you can, if you don't have any experience of that. If you want to have a go at colouring it, please, 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 please speak to your hairdresser first. They will give you advice. They might even tell you what colour to buy. They can give you tips on applying it. If you are going to brave cutting your hair, please be careful. And again, ask for advice first from your hairdresser. Watch tutorials, be sure that you're comfortable with what you're doing before you do it. I'll see you at the hairdressers in a few months' time. Thanks for watching. Take care.